I have never seen a feud build like this one. Let's go back in time right now and take a look when the situation started to get out of hand, when it became a whipping match situation between the Nightmares and the Riches. Let's take a look. And Johnny Rich lets fly with the leather. He lets fly again. And remember, this one is for 20 lashes. You can hear the crowd chanting the count. And the second Nightmare got a taste of that leather. And now Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich playing out that leather on the back. Rich caught from behind, and the referee dropped. The referee dropped. And he's gotten those keys. He has gotten the keys and is freeing the Nightmare. Well, from there, things moved on, and they did indeed. Finally, a challenge was made. The loser of a match was going to have to wear a chicken suit. And, well, here's the way the Nightmares look, one of them wearing a chicken suit. The Nightmares, probably the most devious tag team combination I've ever seen in action, were not to be outdone by the Riches, no question about that. They seized upon an opportunity when they literally tarred and feathered Johnny Crash Rich. Let's go back in time to that ill-fated moment. Wait a minute. Johnny Rich hurdled one side as the Nightmares hit the ring. Double suplex by the Nightmares. Rich in trouble. Now they're catching Johnny Rich outside the ring. Now what are they doing? They've got Johnny Rich outside the ring and in trouble. Meanwhile, Clark and the... What are they doing? Oh, no. No, they're literally tar and feathering Johnny Rich outside the ring. Tommy Rich, unaware of what's happening. Johnny Rich being doused with feathers by the Nightmares. And there's Tommy Rich outside the ring. But the Nightmares, well, in addition to everything else, the final insult was heaped upon Johnny and Tommy Rich when the Nightmares came forth with a bird poster, if you will, saying that this is exactly what the Riches were, chickens, if you will. And here's what happened when they displayed that poster.
He's got feathers from head to toe.
Well, I hope you two are...
That's great, baby. What? I think it's great, Gordon. And you know what? Everybody knows that in 1985, Tommy Rich had those big life-size posters he was trying to sell. Is that right?
Yep.
Well, we have come up with a poster for 1986. It's going to be the poster child, and we would like for the director to show that on the film right now. Show a picture of that poster, put it right on TV. We want everybody to see it.
Right up there, look. Wait.
The Birmingham Bird! The Birmingham Bird! Johnny Rich with the feathers all over him. Look at that poster. Look at that poster. I think that's great. Oh, it's hilarious. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's great. Hey.
Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute, John. Now, Johnny, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Don't cause any trouble out here. Hey, whoa, watch out. Hey, we've got a bald head there. Brother. Well, we've got chaos and bedlam here. And We've got total chaos going on out here. The Riches, and they're getting some just desserts right now. Last Christmas, at the Boutwell Auditorium in Birmingham, Alabama, the showdown finally came. Hair versus hair. And as you can see right here, it was one of the Nightmares who lost that match and subsequently lost his hair. However, the Nightmares are not people to give up easily. They have issued a challenge that the Riches have gladly accepted, and another hair versus hair match is going to come up. This means either Tommy Rich or Johnny Crash Rich will end up from this match bald, or the second Nightmare is going to end up bald. As you can see here, the one Nightmare suffering the ultimate disgrace, having his hair removed after losing to the Riches. Well, it's a long way from being over yet, and I can assure you of this. Johnny and Tommy Rich are bound and determined they're going to get the second Nightmare and his hair. The second Nightmare and the one bald Nightmare are guaranteeing everyone that they're going to strip the hair from one of the Riches. It all remains to be seen.
Now, for the benefit of the folks here at the Portland Sports Arena, we'll repeat our wrestling calendar for the coming week. Starting tomorrow, we're going to be in Findlay, Washington at Riverview High School starting at 7 p.m. Monday the 10th in Longview at the Mark Morris High School for an 8 p.m. match. Tuesday the 11th, Tillamook at the Fairgrounds in Tillamook. Now remember, that's the Fairgrounds in Tillamook next Tuesday the 11th starting at 8 p.m. Wednesday the 12th, we're going to be in Seattle at the Seattle Center Arena for an 8 p.m. match. Next Thursday, the 13th in Salem at the Armory. Friday, the 14th in Eugene at the Lane County Fairgrounds, starting at 8 p.m., a big street fight over there. Next Saturday, right back here at the Portland Sports Arena. Sunday, the 16th in Pendleton at the Armory, 7 p.m. match. Monday, the 17th of February, we're going to be in McMinnville at the Armory there for an 8 p.m. card. Tuesday, the 18th in Centralia at Centralia College Gym, 8 p.m. Wednesday the 19th in Medford at the Armory starting at 8 o'clock. All week long on those cards, Mike Miller's going to be there, Bobby Jaggers, Tommy Zink, Billy Jack Haynes, Rip Oliver, the Battling Midgets are going to be there, plus all the other stars you see on Portland Wrestling. Don't forget, you can get your tickets for our matches right here at Sandy Bar's Flea Market every Sunday. That's the pro wrestling calendar for the coming week. And we'll be right back with more action right after this.
You know, Prez didn't have the guts. He didn't even show up. And what have I been doing? I've been beating myself with a chain. I've been getting ready for that 2x4 you're talking about. I want you to bring it because, yeah, that's right. I'm the mad dog. And I'm madder than you ever seen me or any human being watching me right now. You come on, you tough guy. You bring that 2x4 and you hit me with it and you beat me with it. And it's just going to make me that much stronger. And then when I drop this chain across your teeth and you wake up the next morning and you can't even eat and you're spitting up and you're going crazy. You're mine, Dugan. You're mine.
B. Lady Maxine against the exotic Adrian Street.
I suppose being so tall makes him lightheaded. I can't believe my luck. I mean, how stupid. I thought I'd finished her once, and she comes back for more. Just shows these American girls are very tough and very stupid, aren't they?
Well, first of all, I understand that you're going to be in a float or are afloat.
Oh, yes, I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, and can I float? Nobody floats like the exotic Adrian, the atomic butterfly, the poison peacock. Can I float? I'm looking forward to that more than the matches. I mean, I'm really looking forward to sort of, you know, being in Mobile and sort of smashing people to pieces and all that kind of thing, but oh, can I float? I just can't wait. That beautiful parade.
I can't believe the fact. First of all, I'm taller than you are, and you're going to take on Lady Maxine, 6'4".
They're all the same size lying down there.
Oh, brother. All right, I'll tell you what. We're going to find out tomorrow night in Pensacola.
You're looking at the toughest, roughest tag team the world has ever known. You're looking at the most traveled tag team the world has ever seen. 97 different countries, 97 different countries with matches. And lift everybody everybody in LA laying down this strike. And now we're in the Mid-South. We're going to carry on the same way. We're going to destroy all the opposition. We're going to knock them down like you knock down brick walls. And the New Zealand sheepbirders are going after the titles. And whatever the New Zealand sheepbirders go after, the New Zealand sheepbirders get.
And then during the evening, personalized autographs, free candy, kids tickets $3. What a night it's going to be in Austin on Friday night, February 14th, 7:30 p.m. And the Zambui Express, you're going to be part of it.
Let me tell you something. You got Kamala and the Zambui Express, the biggest thing Texas ever seen. We're coming to Austin for one reason, to put up the 6-man tag. Well, let me tell you something. We don't store that tag in storage because there's not a team in the world big enough to beat the three of us. Now, what I want to tell you is this. Tonga kid, you jump around like a monkey that lost his bananas. Well, let me tell you something. When it's all settled down and the fighting getting hot and heavy, you're nothing but a kid. You ain't beat nobody. You don't stand a chance. Tell them about it, big fella.
As far as the Samoans go and the Tonga kid, you're gonna think it's St. Valentine Massacre Day all over again in Austin. And as far as the kids, we don't represent nobody but ourselves. Nobody black or white. It's the Zambui Express and Kamala all for themselves. And remember that, because we're big enough and bad enough and tough enough to go any place and run over anybody that we want.
Television champion Arn Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
David Crockett, will you listen to this mess?
Yeah, listen
Do
to
I have to listen to this? Every building I go, no matter where I go in the country, no matter what mall I go to, I can't even go out to a restaurant. All I hear is people chanting. Cooks from the back room hollering, Dusty's gonna get you. Dusty's gonna do this. Dusty's gonna do this. I gotta be insulted by some fry cook at Denny's and wherever it is, Saskatchewan or whatever. I gotta come to these arenas and be insulted. Nobody's gonna break my leg. I'm the world television champion. If Dusty Rhodes wants this belt, all he's gotta do is beat me inside 20 minutes to do it. That's all in the world he's gotta do. He's got 20 minutes to take this and put down all. And what is this? Now what is this? Now what is this? This is my interview time. What's going on here?
Arn Anderson, we told you were next. Maybe this will fit.
What is that? I don't have to put up with this out of a painted lady. No broad's gonna come out here and insult me. What is this? What's the matter? What's going on here, David Crockett?
What is this?
What's going on? What do you think this is going on my leg? What is she trying to tell me?
It looks like a cast, doesn't it?
Are you telling me she just came out on national television and threatened to break my leg?
She did say you were next, if I remember correctly.
That's a criminal act. That's a criminal act. I ought to have her arrested.
They said Ole, and they did it. Now they said you.
Shut these people up. I got a point to... Okay, Dusty Rhodes, you've laid the foundation. You had your stooge come out here. If this is what you want, I'm not going to have you locked up. This is martial law, every man for himself. You want to break my leg? Let's see if you're man enough to do it.
Fans, here we are with a new World Tag Team Champions.
Are we the
The
greatest?
Midnight Express, Jim Cornette.
I'm so excited. I told everybody it would happen, and it came true. The prophecy came true. This is the greatest tag team that's ever been in the history of professional wrestling. Rock and Roll, we beat you right in the middle of the ring. In front of all your fans yelling and screaming for you. They still couldn't support you enough. We got the belts, Rock and Roll, just like I said would happen. We beat you right in the middle of the ring. We beat you fair and square. And honestly, and you know, they said Rock and Roll was here to stay. Well, I'm glad we didn't pull up no chairs because they didn't stay long. You know what I mean, Bob Connell?
I know what you mean.
Now, all the promoters, Jim Crockett Promotions, everybody is going to be coming to me to contract for the services of the greatest tag team ever in professional wrestling. Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express. Bobby's okay. Bobby, just a momentary diversion. Bobby will be our hair. Here you go, Dennis. Take a look at the greatest combination in professional sports today. And now, Mama, I did it. I am the greatest manager in all of wrestling, Mama. And you're proud of me. Just like all the other people watching all over the world are proud of me, Bob Caudle, and you're proud of me too, aren't you? Tell the truth, Bob. Rock and roll was here to stay. What do you think, Dennis? You gave them your best shot. Time overdue, baby. Look at here, the world champions. Baby, this is it, Jimmy. We have made it. They gave them their best shot. They gave them the best shot that they could give, but they couldn't do the job. You couldn't put these men down, Rock and Roll, and I always said you were the only team in professional wrestling that ever even had the slightest chance of taking these men out. We beat you, we finished you, and the master plan is over. You are humiliated in the public eye.
Fans understandably very excited. The new World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express, now to Magnum TA. Team champions, Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson against the Jeffers brothers, Mac and Jim Jeffers and Johnny Weaver. I don't know of any two men in sports anywhere in the world that excite a big crowd any more than these two young men do.
Rock and Roll Express, what a way to start off the hour. The World Tag Team Champions, and they're in there against the Jeffers brothers, Mac and Jim, and this should be an exciting event, Bob.
Ricky Morton leaps high to the air. The young men have such abundance of speed and quickness. They've always got the opponents off guard.
They've got them off guard, Bob. They've got them confused, and they got everything going their way. That's what makes them the World Tag Team Champion. However, there's a team that lurks right in the background, managed by Jim Cornette, who's really given them a lot of trouble lately.
And, Johnny, you're talking about the Midnight Express. We're going to see the Midnight Express a little later in this hour, fans, along with Jim Cornette. But these two young men right here, always on the move in the ring. They're never still. And, Johnny, I think that's one thing they have going for them, too. It's always action, perpetual motion with the Rock and Roll Express.
Speed, agility, quickness, teamwork. But the Midnight Express add up the same way, Bob. And it's going to be a tough test for the Rock and Roll Express to hold on to that World Tag Team title. What an hour we got. We even got the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair, who Bob's going to get to talk to later on.
Right under the leg.
The winners of Rock and Roll Express, the World Tag Team Champions.
Boy, the timing on the moves by the Rock and Roll Express is just without comparison. When they go for that drop kick and the timing on it is so perfect, they put them right away, Johnny.
And we're going to see it. We're going to see it right here.
Hey, a brand new team that's coming into the area with their manager, J.D. Costello, will be the Mod Squad. We got a little piece on them right here. Let's see who they are.
For the first time ever, you're looking at the newest and brightest wrestling stars to rule the world of professional wrestling. I'm J.D. Costello with Spike and Basher, two creations of Mother Nature gone wrong. Now, I don't look like a wrestling manager, do I? Well, I've never done it before. I'm used to playing polo and hopping on Mother's Lear jet, heading for the Caribbean. Well, I was in Jamaica just last week. Oh, the women were oh so fine, sipping on Kool-Aid at the beach. Actually, I come from a very prestigious family from New Orleans. Family that's rich in Southern tradition. My mother sent me to 14 universities, set me up in 12 different businesses. But for some reason, I couldn't find myself. Well, a month ago, Mother called me into the study. I sat down. I was real nervous. She said, J.D., I'm going to talk to you. Mother to son, she said, you're the black sheep of the family. She said, all your brothers and sisters are successful business people, multimillionaires. You're nothing but a waste, J.D. She said, I'm going to give you one more chance to be successful or you're not going to get any of the inheritance. Well, I got real scared. I started crying. I ran outside the mansion down to the Bourbon Street bar. I sat down crying in my beer when in walked two of the biggest men I've ever seen in my entire life. They sat down right beside me. They said their names were Spike and Basher. They were crying too because they had just got fired from the New Orleans Police Department for misbehavior. They said they wanted a new job to get rich and to hurt people. Well, I thought what Mother had told me. I put two and two together. I got five. And I told Spike and Basher, let's form the perfect tag team to rule the world of professional wrestling. I'll pay you very good money to hurt people. They all agreed. We're all together now, and we're going to be on your way soon to crack skulls and to get rich quick. A word of warning. Don't forget the names. Don't forget the faces. We're the Mod Squad.
Oh, we heard it in the comments about it, and we've heard a lot of that before, and the look is kind of familiar, too,
Yeah, a
as
little
a
bit.
matter of fact.
I tell you, Magnum, looking down at those people, they are so very, very powerful. It was magnificent, the power that was emanating from all four of them. They looked to me as if they were very evenly matched, the two teams.
Well, you know, these men don't rely a great deal on scientific moves. They are both people that generate from their power, from their strength, from their work in the gym. And I think that's what's causing this dynamic collision to be inevitable.
Speaking of collision, I think we have another VTR of a particular collision. Let's look at that. Wrestling fans come to these events by the thousands. They come from all walks of life and are unique one from the other. Tonight we're going to be talking to some of the fans to find out who their favorite wrestlers are and what draws them to events like this.
Cause I like the Rock and Roll Express.
Is that the only reason?
Yeah.
What do you get out of wrestling?
Watch them. First time I've ever been there.
Oh, yeah?
I just watch it at home with my husband, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm a word processor.
Yeah. How long have you been interested in wrestling?
About a couple months.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Magnum TA.
Yeah.
Work at Youth Development Centers.
Okay, how long have you been interested in wrestling?
About 15 years.
Okay, who's your favorite wrestler?
I don't know, I got so many of them.
What do you get out of wrestling?
Just the enjoyment of seeing them beat up on each other, I reckon.
Well, what about your favorite wrestler? Why is he really your favorite one?
Well, Ric Flair gives the best interviews I've ever seen. And when he goes, woo, like that, you know, just like yourself, when you go home and shut the door, you're thinking of Rick. Like all the women here are, probably.
I work at Marty Electric Company in Huntsville, Alabama.
You're all the way from Huntsville?
Yes.
Just for this match?
Yes.
Oh, who's your favorite wrestler?
Dusty Rhodes.
I like to watch them beat each other. I love it.
And why is Dusty your favorite?
He's a dream. How long have you been interested in wrestling?
Oh, about a year.
A year? Just since Magnum's come on the scene?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Magnum's your favorite wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why do you come to wrestling?
To see Magnum.
The only reason?
That's the only reason. But he's not here tonight. I didn't know that.
He's hosting the show tonight.
Oh, my God! I didn't know that. That's great.
Okay.
Look, Magnum.
coming up. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total weight of 524 pounds from Springfield, Tennessee, Tracy Smothers. His partner from Austin, Texas, Dirty Rhodes. And going against him at a total of 443 pounds from Oil Trough, Texas, Dutch Mantell. And from Australia, the superstar, the living legend by his own account, the superstar Bill Dundee. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun says ring the bell, and we are underway.
Tracy Smothers giving way to Dirty Rhodes to start, as Dutch Mantell will be starting for the team of Dundee and Mantell. Really a good, rugged competition here with Dundee and Mantell, two very, very hard veterans, and big Dirty Rhodes with a relatively newcomer. He is not, but in relation to these guys, Tracy Smothers is that.
Dirty Rhodes, the biggest man of all in this tag team match, in there against the Dutchman. Mantell pulling the hair from time to time. Whoa!
Sounded like we had a cable break underneath the ring. We heard it snap, and while one of the ropes has not caved in, they're certainly loose, so they're going to have to be careful. I believe one of the cables snapped underneath. That's the counter pull to the ring, underneath the ring.
I think that's it, because all the ropes are loose, indicating there's not enough tension on the top of the post there. Minute 20 into the action. Bill Dundee, Dirty Rhodes makes the tag. Here comes Tracy Smothers. First official look at him in the match.
Side mare, and Smothers takes Dundee over and down. Big, fine, physical specimen Smothers is. We have said before that Tracy is such a nice guy. He had a hard time developing aggressiveness in the ring, but it's matches just like this that are going to teach him a lot. Dundee grabs the bullwhip of Mantell's and beats on Smothers' back. There's a tag on Dundee as Mantell gives him a final shot right to the head. Dundee across the lower back.
Tracy was trying to get to the corner in the tag, but they held him back closer to their corner. Now they throw him out of here, onto the floor. Look out, Dundee with a folding metal chair.
Dirty Rhodes looking out for his young partner, comes flying around there after Dundee laced him in the back. Dirty goes chasing Dundee, and Mantell jumps down. Now they're double teaming. Oh, they slammed him right into the ring post. And Smothers, after being hit with that chair, slammed into the ring post.
Boy, they have really been working on the small of the back. The ring post, the chair. Dundee had put a boot in his back and a lower leg.
Tracy was getting into the ring. Dundee picks him up and slams him on this concrete studio floor, concrete covered by tile. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Boy, they have really laid it on young Tracy. He gets back in the ring, and he's no better off up there because Mantell was waiting on him. Tag, and here comes Dundee. Double hands him right in that lower back, Dave.
Well, they have really, really been working on that back on Tracy Smothers. They got him in there, went to work on him when they were able to hurt him in the back. They have just kept the heat on. Here's Dirty Rhodes coming in, trying to help out.
Dundee was sitting on the small of the back and chin-locked him, pulling up, so he just puts more pressure on it. Smothers trying to fight his way clear where he can get over to Dirty, but Dutch having no part of that.
Dirty Rhodes trying to tell the referee what's going on across the way. Dundee was choking Tracy with that bullwhip of Mantell's that's hanging on the in the corner on the turnbuckles.
And again, Mantell keeps Dirty Rhodes occupied while Dundee comes off the ropes onto Tracy. Once again, they go on that lower back.
Mantell using the fist. There's that forearm right across the back. Boy, they have really been working on him. We're 5 minutes into the action. 5 minutes gone.
Now Dundee takes over, pounding on that lower back. Snapped over the shoulder, a foot to the back. Dusty Rhodes run back out of there, and out on the floor goes Tracy Smothers. And again,
ran him into the ring post.
Yep, using that ring post. Dundee and Mantell sadistic in their treatment of Smothers. They're not even trying for a pin. They're just trying to hurt him.
Dundee with a slam. There's a cover. Picks him up at the 1 count. Picked him up with a hair. Dundee just trying to insult him. Open hand slap a couple of times. Dirty Rhodes really unloaded on Dundee with a right hand, but Dutch Mantell has Tracy Smothers. Dundee over the top rope. Disqualification has just occurred here as Dundee was over by the ropes. Tracy Smothers went over the top rope, and you can't do that. 6 minutes, 25 seconds to time. A victory by DQ for Dirty Rhodes and Tracy Smothers. Look out, Mantell. That bullwhip round behind Dirty Rhodes.
Well, now they've got both of them occupied, and Smothers takes another vicious shot from Dundee with that chair. Slams him into the ring post. And Tracy just absolutely being annihilated by Dundee. As Dirty Rhodes being held by Mantell.
Yeah, Mantell popped him with the handle of that
pile driver on Tracy. Yeah, you're right. He busted Dirty's head open with the handle of that bullwhip. Tracy slammed in with a pile driver into the floor. Dutch Mantell again with that whip with a handle, busting Dirty's head open, and he's already got it bleeding as Dirty is nailed with a chair. And we've seen enough of this. We're going to get some help in there. Let's take a break right now. Let's take a break and we'll be back. Let's get some...
Aren't you glad to know you'll be your best today? And aren't you glad there's time to make you feel that way? Aren't you glad being together? Aren't you glad when people smile?
Confidence. Clean through the day. That style.
Aren't you glad?
No.
Aren't you glad?
But I wish I were.
You use style.
This is going to be a lot of fun. At least what we have scheduled right now. And I've learned a long time ago that you can't always go by what is scheduled. But we just might possibly have the Battling Midgets up next. Tokyo Joe and Little Mr. T. If you haven't seen these guys, boy, you're in for some fun. Well, we've had an anniversary extravaganza, a big Coliseum wrestling card. Then we had a superstar extravaganza. And And now, Don Owen is planning the spectacular extravaganza coming up on Tuesday, March 25th at the Memorial Coliseum. And boy, I tell you, he just keeps outdoing himself. For the first time ever in the United States, they're going to have a double cage match card, and two of the wildest bouts seen anyplace. We'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. Well, they did change things on me, it looks like, because I see Billy Jack Haynes coming to the crowd. I see behind him Nick Kiniski. I see Jerry Sampson. There's Billy Two Eagles. What in the world's going on here? They're not going to have the stretcher match now, are they? Oh, boy, this may be exactly what's going to happen. Of course, there's no telling how long this match is going to be going on. So we may not have time for some of these other matches that they have scheduled. Because as I understand it, this stretcher match is going to be a fight to the finish. The finish will be the man who's carried out on the stretcher. Don Owen will make the announcement and explain this to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match will be a grudge match. And I certainly didn't want to have this on TV because I don't think it's what we need to go over TV. But Tom Peterson said there were so many requests for it. And we're going to, since Tom is one of the greatest boosters we have and responsible for most of the sponsorship, and we're going to go along with Tom Peterson tonight and have this on television. But ladies and gentlemen, now please keep the aisles clear because we got to have this aisle with not a soul in it. So stay clear away from the aisle. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how I got talked into this match in the first place because I don't understand it. And it was Billy Jack's desire to have this kind of a match. And so that I might explain it wrong because I've never seen one either. But I'm going to have Billy Jack come and explain the rules of this because it was his suggestion. I don't understand it well enough to be sure I'm right on it. Will you take over and explain what the deal is?
Don and everybody in Portland, Rip Oliver knows this, and I know this. This is one of the most vicious matches in professional wrestling we've had about every kind. But the people in the Northwest have never seen this. It's called a stretcher match, and the only way that I'm going to get my hand raised, or he's going to get his hand raised, if he's toted back to the stretcher, all the way back to the dressing room or to the hospital, or I'm all the way back to the dressing room unconscious or in the hospital. Isn't that the kind of way you want it? One way or the other?
Explain the rule. You'll have 6 men here to... I still don't understand it, but I guess that's the way it works. But this is nothing. Everything goes. No disqualification.
Don, I'll tell you what. I know you don't understand. This feud's been going on for 3 years. The way it's going to be, somebody's going to be hurt. It could be me. It could be Oliver. That's why the stretcher's here. Someone's going out all the way.
Get things started yet. Come on.
Introducing in his corner, 245 pounds from Florida, Rip Oliver. Opponent in this corner, 248 pounds from Portland, Billy Jack Haynes. Please keep this aisle clear all the way back to the dressing room because if they're going to carry a guy out, no confrontation at all with anybody.
We've got wrestlers around the ring that apparently are going to be assisting in carrying out the loser on that stretcher. I'm still surprised that we're going to have this one on television. I don't think there's really any place for this on television. I don't think there's any place for this in any professional sport. So this is what they wanted, and I guess that's what they felt the crowd wanted. Maybe to end all this big feud.
You all paid your money. I'm from Oregon. Let's hear some noise out there. Come on.
This is a stretcher match. And as I understand it, the loser has got to be carried out of here. Oh, we're going to have a slapping match right now. There they go. There they go. It's Oliver against the ropes, and Billy Jack Haynes is right in the way on him. Left, center, right. He's going to open up that forehead and rip Oliver. 1, 2, 3. My word. Just one right after another. Here comes Oliver. Into the rope. Oh, what a clothesline. He just about took his head off coming off those ropes. Billy Jack Haynes will go into town. He has opened up. He's opened up the forehead of Rip Oliver already. He's opened up that cut that Oliver suffered last week. Now he's going to fight it. Billy Jack Haynes doing a little vampire work on the forehead of Rip Oliver. And this is one blonde that's certainly not having more fun right now. I think this is a blonde that's going to be a redhead very, very shortly. Rip Oliver outside the ring. Here comes Billy Jack Haynes outside the ring. This fight can be anywhere. Inside, outside. Oh, there goes Oliver right in that iron post. They may finish this thing out in the crowd. They may finish it outside. They may finish it in the dressing room. But whoever loses it is going to be carried out of the building or to the hospital on the stretcher. Look at the guys. They're going to try to put Oliver on that stretcher. They've got Oliver on his own stretcher. You got to be kidding. Oliver on his own stretcher. He's being carried out of here. No, he's not. Oliver doesn't want any part of that stretcher. As I understand it, they've got to be carried all the way back to the dressing room. Oliver got off the stretcher. Billy suplexes him into the ring. Now they've still got the stretcher at ringside. Look at Rip Oliver. Blood pouring from his forehead. Billy, a hard kick. Well, we said anything goes, and it might. This is just it's a brawl. It's a street fight. They're calling it a stretcher match, but man, this is just an all-out war in there right now. Billy using his forearm, Billy using his feet, Billy just stomping all over Rip Oliver. Oliver just being knocked senseless right now. It's been all Billy Jack Haynes so far. Oh, man, that's an elbow drop. Now, I really don't even think there's any place for a referee in there, because this is not going to be a pin. It's going to be a carry-out. The loser is not pinned. The loser's carried out on a stretcher. A pile driver. Billy going for a pile driver. There it is. Oliver just rolled clear out onto the concrete floor. Billy Two Eagles, Jerry Hercules are calling for the stretcher again. Here comes the stretcher. Oliver just lying. He's thrown out there on that floor. They're putting Oliver back on that stretcher. His head is just covered with blood. There he goes. There he goes. They're hauling him back. Now, the question is he going to make it all the way back to the dressing room? Well, he's going through the crowd right now. If they make it back to the dressing room, this baby is all over, and Billy Jack Haynes is going to have himself a stretcher match win. No, Oliver's off the stretcher. Oliver rolled off the stretcher, fell on the floor, in fact. Oliver, he's just crawling. He's crawling on. Now Billy's right there with him. There goes Oliver into the ring. And Billy staying right with him. Billy drives up fist right into the forehead. Billy, another one. Stomping. Well, I don't even know what's keeping Oliver conscious. Oh, Oliver drove that thumb. A thumb into the throat. A thumb into the throat. Oliver came back. He drove that thumb into the midsection, and then he drove it into the throat. There goes another one. And I don't think there's a thing that referee Sandy Barr can do, because this is a no-holds-barred, anything-goes match. Oliver just headbutts Billy. Billy's out on the concrete floor right now. Billy took some vicious shots to the throat from the thumb of Rip Oliver. Oliver crawling out now. Getting a hold of Billy. He'll slam his head. Oh, he's over that iron post. Oh! I don't think he got his head, but he got his shoulder. Just slammed it, drove it right into the iron post. The crowd yelling, chanting, "We want Billy." Billy crawling back into the ring. Look at Rip Oliver. Man, he is a redhead right now. And a red face. Oliver going for the pile driver, and he's got it. Well, both men have gotten the pile driver on each other. Out goes Billy onto the floor. And now they're calling for the stretcher for Billy. Billy is out on the concrete floor. There's Billy Two Eagles. There's Carl Steiner, Moondog Moretti. They're putting Billy onto the stretcher. Now it's Billy Jack Haynes on the stretcher. And now they're carrying Billy Jack Haynes through the crowd. But Billy doesn't want any part of that stretcher. He crawled off. Carl Steiner yelling to Oliver, next time put him on the stretcher for good. Nick Kaniski over there. Jerry Sampson shouting encouragement to Billy Jack Haynes. Oliver coming down with a forearm smash across the back of the neck. Billy coming back to the right hand, landing right on the head of Rip Oliver. Oliver with a headbutt. I've heard him too. That was a headbutt that both men suffered. Oliver still trying to gain his senses. Oh, that didn't help. Billy came back with a right hand, connected right on the head of Rip Oliver. There goes the right foot. There goes the right hand. Billy Jack Haynes now getting things rolling again. Oliver just collapsed in the corner. Billy just kicking on him. Look at that. Just kicking on him. Back of his head. Both men are hurting. Oliver especially dazed, groggy, and he is really hurting. There goes Oliver into the ropes, and another clothesline. Oliver is down. Oliver looks like he's out. Billy dropping that leg over the throat. Well, Billy is going for a pin. He's got a 3 count, but I don't think it's going to do the job. That does not constitute a victory. That might be a moral victory for right now, but that's not the way you win a stretcher match, as we understand it anyway. The winner is the one. Oh, man, look at that. Face first, nose first into the mat, and now Rip Oliver's nose is bleeding. You don't win this match with a pin, with a 3 count pin. You win it by being the man that's left in the ring while your opponent is carried out of there on a stretcher. Oliver outside on his back on the floor. Billy Jack Haynes staying right on him, picking him up by his hair. Oh, a pile driver on the floor? You gotta be kidding! You've gotta be kidding! Billy Jack Haynes with a pile driver! On the concrete floor! A pile driver! That has got to do it. There's no way Rip Oliver is gonna... He's gotta be out. He's gotta be... I hope they've got an ambulance standing by, because that's... Rip Oliver was just pile-driven right into the concrete floor. There he is on his own carry-out stretcher. I don't even see him moving. I don't see him moving at all. They're just carrying him right through the crowd, heading for the dressing room. There's no way he's going to get up from that. Billy Jack Haynes with a pile driver on Rip Oliver on the concrete floor. I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. They've opened up the the dressing room door back there. I think Oliver's unconscious. I think he's out cold. Did they make it back to the dressing room? I can't. Oh, Nick Kaniski and Carl Steiner are getting into it back there. They're shoving each other around. Well, we may have some whole lot of extracurricular activity back there. I can't tell what's happening. Rip Oliver is on his feet. Rip Oliver's on his feet. He's trying to come back through the crowd. Apparently they did not make it all the way back to the dressing room. Now, he had to have some help getting up out of that. Billy Jack Haynes is coming to the crowd to meet Rip Oliver. Rip Oliver on his feet just barely. Well, Billy's got him. Billy's got him. Into the ring goes Oliver. Well, they said that the loser has got to be carried all the way back to the dressing room or to an ambulance on the stretcher. Whoa, big elbow coming up the rope. And Rip Oliver, I don't even know what's keeping him going right now. He just suffered a pile driver on the concrete floor. Oh, man. Billy Jack Haynes just picked up Oliver. Oliver kicked his foot and hit referee Sandy Barr. Sandy's laying outside on the concrete floor. Sandy may need the stretcher. And meanwhile, Billy Jack Haynes suplexed Rip. Oh, what a tremendous smash by Oliver. And he used the thumb, and he caught Billy right in the face or in the throat. It's hard to tell. That thumb landed right full. Oh, man, what a shot that was. Oliver's got something. He pulled something out of his trunk. He's brass knuckles. I think those are brass knuckles. And he just drove them into the top of the head of Billy Jack Haynes. Referee Sandy Barr now just finally getting back into the ring. Rip Oliver had brass knuckles inside of his tights, took him out, and he just nailed Billy right on the head out there with those brass knuckles. I don't know if Billy's conscious right now. They're loading Billy onto the stretcher. Oh my goodness, I don't think I can take much more of this. I'm not going to have a voice. I just barely had a voice when we started tonight. My voice is going south. I hope it has a good time. Oh. There goes Billy. Billy Jack Haynes being carried out through the crowd on the stretcher. Rip Oliver in the ring with those brass knuckles inside the tights there. Now, I'm trying to keep an eye on Billy as they carry Billy through the crowd back towards the dressing room. He's still on the stretcher. They're heading for the dressing room. Well, apparently, they've got the door open, and I can't tell if they, that's it. Apparently, that's it. Apparently, that's it. They had to carry him through the door. I think Billy was unconscious or semi-conscious. He took those brass knuckles right on the side of the head. And the winner of our stretcher match, Rip Oliver, with a whole lot of help from those brass knuckles. But they said anything goes, and Oliver brought the brass knuckles into the ring, hidden in his tights. Take a look at Oliver. Does that look like a victor? Does that look like success? Well, this was his fight. It was his stretcher. And Billy Jack Haynes. Now, I think referee Sandy Barr, what the crowd has told Sandy Barr that Oliver's got those brass knuckles in the tights. And Sandy wants to check Oliver. Oliver saying, no, I just used my fist. No way did he use his fist. Well, he used his fist all right, but he had brass knuckles. Now, Sandy Barr, Sandy was trying to check him. Sandy got him. He got the brass knuckles. Boy, Oliver's getting out of their senses. In fact, Sandy's got the brass knuckles on. Sandy Barr got the brass knuckles away from Rip Oliver now. Now what happens? Can they reverse the decision? Can they reverse the decision? Oliver's going back to the dressing room. Sandy Barr, I guess he's going back there too. Well, from right now, it looks like the decision is going to stand. It looks like it's going to be a victory for Rip Oliver. We'll try to have more information when we come back. This whole place is pandemonium. There's tremendous confusion right now. We want to get a report also on Billy Jack Haynes, too. I hope he's not injured too seriously. We'll be right back with more after this timeout.
Boyd Pierce with the ring introductions at our first match here on Power Professional Wrestling. You can hear the people in the audience chanting to Rick Steiner, "You ain't got no socks." I think Rob picked up that habit in amateur wrestling. Many people wear amateur wrestling shoes without socks, especially in the freestyle ranks. Rob Rick Steiner, of course, a Big Ten wrestling champion. Jimmy Backlund has a good amateur background as well, but I think he's a little bit outgunned here in this particular match, as Rob Ricksteiner takes him over in a fireman's carry out of that armbar. Jimmy Backlund with a nip-up. Backlund's a fine athlete, extremely flexible. I think if he puts on a few pounds, he could become quite a good wrestler. Rob Ricksteiner, on the other hand, has all the weight necessary, as you can tell, to become a big star. I believe this man has quite a bit of potential. Whoa, look at that elevation. All the way across the ring. Jimmy Backlund came from probably 2 feet off of those ropes, and Backlund's a tough kid. I'm surprised he got up from that one. He went all the way across the ring. Ricksteiner goes for a hard clothesline and misses. Backlund jumps up over him and catches him a drop kick. Couple of rights to the midsection. He's hammering Ricksteiner. Backlund knows he has to do everything he can, trying to take it to him. Ricksteiner caught him that hard elbow and switched the momentum quickly. Whoa! Ricksteiner with that back suplex. Carl Fergie down for the count, and Backlund is out of it. Rob Ricksteiner, a very physical encounter, gains a victory here on Power Professional Wrestling. Let's go back to Jim Ross in the studio.
The rookie from the University of Michigan with a great victory here on Power Pro Wrestling, Rob Ricksteiner. And we're going to keep a close eye on that fine athlete as the weeks progress here on PPW.